Stories got to end at some point, and that's what I find.
I'm getting
very-
emotional just thinking about it, man.
Yeah, sorry,
Fuck.
sorry, I had to go depression era, but like,
No, man, it's okay.
that's the both the beauty and the tragedy of stories is like you kind of have to end it at some point. Like what I said about Tilda Swinton's character, I related to is like I do a lot more than I thought I would, and the way it ends, it's just like part of me wants to see more of their story, but another
Yeah.
part's just like, well, that defeats the purpose of their message.
Yeah. Welcome back to the
Yeah.
Real Talk Podcast.
Real Talk.
Season 4, Episode 2, baby.
Episode 2, Season
I'm-
4.
I'm excited for this new season, guys.
I'm actually more like energetic for some reason.
Yeah.
I
You're
think it's
gonna-
I think it's the 3 cups of coffee and ginger ale. What do you think, Josh?
Do you want to burp into the mic again?
Shut up.
Buddy's just like, all right, are we ready to film? Yeah, just give me a second. Like,
Why you
bro.
gotta call me out on it like that, man?
It was funny, dog.
Okay, whatever.
If this is your first time watching our videos,
Yeah.
welcome to the Real Talk Podcast, where we like to talk about movies.
We sure do.
Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below,
Mm-hmm.
share this video with your friends, and check out our Instagram and TikTok, as well as our Patreon if you'd like to support the channel.
Hell yeah, man.
So, what movie are we talking about today, Nevs?
We're gonna talk about a film directed by George Miller. George
George Miller.
The Mad Max trilogy. Well, quadrilogy now. Miller. Happy Feet. This guy directed a new film called 3,000 Years of Longing. I like how Josh is just like,
Go on, man. This guy knows how to hype me up.
like
I'm just sitting here like, wait, he directed Happy Feet?
yeah, you didn't know that? Happy Feet 1 and 2. Dude, I recently watched Happy Feet. I was like, this guy knows how to direct movies.
I didn't like Happy Feet as a kid.
Well, you suck.
I don't.
Anyways.
Only because I really didn't know what it was about.
Dude, Robin Williams as Ramon, the penguin.
I watched Surfs Up.
Okay, 3,000 Years of
Yeah,
Longing.
so we
Let's talk
watched
about
the
this
movie today.
Yeah.
Um,
What was your expectations of this film, Josh?
I had no expectations. You told me about this movie when we
Yeah.
on our Zoom call,
I sure did.
and it's another one of those. It's another one of those. It's just like Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, man.
He tells me about this movie, and I'm like, I don't watch trailers. I'm gonna just go watch it. I'm gonna book my ticket.
Yeah.
Book my ticket. Go to the theater,
Mhm.
and I walked out a changed man.
Good.
I walked out actually. I kind of cried a little bit.
It was yeah. I didn't cry. I wasn't, but I can understand the emotions coming from you.
Don't judge me before I start playing Christmas shoes again.
Get back in there, tear. You know, you're like
Toxic
one of the
masculinity. Be like,
exactly.
hey, whoa.
I'm not gonna call it, yeah. But I remember seeing the trailer for this film,
Uh-huh.
and it was like from the crazy mind of George Miller, because he directed his last film was Mad Max Fury Road,
Mhm.
which I would say it's a pretty crazy film. It's a little mad,
Mhm.
if I don't say so myself. Actually, it was like one of the best action films I've seen. Like it's actually awesome. Tom Hardy, Charlize Theron,
Yeah,
like, they're just like they're so cool.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh, what's his next film gonna be? And I heard talks about the sequel
Mad.
to Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
And things happen. Warner Brothers, they're like, nope, you're not gonna make a sequel. And George's like, what? Is like, can I do a spin-off, Furiosa? And they're
Yeah.
like, okay, sure. And then production was halted. Fun fact though, Furiosa, Anya Taylor-Joy is gonna play Furiosa, the young version. It's gonna be a prequel, which honestly,
Is that
I like
right?
her as an actress, so I'm down.
I
She's
do
gonna work
too,
with George Miller.
but
Like,
I like her as an actress too, but
what?
does she look anything like Charlize Theron?
They'll shave her head.
Okay, I'm talking about
They'll
like
make
her
it work.
face.
They'll make it. Okay,
Okay,
does,
you know
does
what?
Tom
You know
Hardy
what?
look like Mel Gibson? No. They make it work.
Yeah, that's true. You're
So,
right.
anyways,
you're right. So
back
Miller's
to George
a
Miller's
great
3000.
filmmaker.
Yeah, great filmmaker. So they were like from the mastermind of George Miller, and then they show various clips of the movie, and I was like, wow, this looks like really good.
Mm-hmm.
This looks very creative, and it marketed itself as like the most chaotic George Miller film he's ever directed.
You're talking about 3,000 years, right?
Exactly. When in reality, after like taking it in, it's probably his most like most mellow.
Yeah, it was a very.
Yeah.
It kind of like when you hear the plot. If I
Mhm.
let me read to you what the plot is on, or what the gist of it is
Yeah.
according
the
to
gist.
Wikipedia.
Don't read the whole.
Elba stars as Jin, who is freed by a professor and recounts his life to her.
Yeah.
It just sounds.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
it's just
Which,
stories.
but people were like talking about this, and speaking of Everything Everywhere, people were like, "Oh, I expected like Everything Everywhere, like just how the trailers were shown." It's like, well, it's not really. It's more characters telling stories and the impact that it has on them.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I can kind of relate to that because as a filmmaker and a passion for movies, I like when people are very like it's deep in their core, their memories
Yeah.
of these stories.
Yeah.
And it makes them who they are as people in a positive light, reminiscing.
And it's kind of it's similar but not similar. But I kind of got the vibe of you know the movie Tale of Tales, Salma Hayek.
Oh no, I've not heard of that film.
It's kind of just like the way I saw it when I was watching this movie. It's like
Yeah.
he tells these three stories of like three different like situations he was in, which you know we know at this point that I can never remember plots of films. So I'll let you go through the plot, but
Yeah.
he tells like the story, and it all to me kind of felt like different movies almost. Like I was seeing
Yeah.
a different like short story being told visually, and that's kind of like what Tale of Tales is. It's like these multiple
Okay.
stories, but at the end of the movie, it all comes together.
It does all come together.
They kind of like then Nick Fury shows up, and you know he starts the
Oh.
Avengers Initiative.
Oh
and,
yeah, what a classic.
But Nevis,
Yes.
would you like to describe the plot of this film to our viewers?
It's pretty
Spoiler
simple.
alert.
It's not like, oh yeah, spoiler alert to people.
Yeah.
You know what the sad thing about this before I get into spoilers
What?
is there was only like 3 people in the movie theater when I saw
Yeah.
this.
So to actually
Let's
expand
let's
upon that.
let's
Because
acknowledge
I'm looking
that.
at the Wikipedia. Because when Nevis told me that this theater was packed, I was like, dude, there was nobody in my theater.
No, the story behind it
Budget.
was I went to a movie theater like
Uh-huh.
on Monday in
Mhm.
like the evening.
What theater?
Courtney Park,
Okay.
that one. So I walked in and it was packed with people, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, for a Monday evening?" I was like, "Okay." So I got to get my ticket and stuff, and I walked in the theater. There was like 3 people.
Yeah.
Little did I know there were 5 Bollywood movies showing at the same time. So yeah, a bunch of families were watching those films instead of 3,000 Years of Longing. Well, I'm assuming it's because it's those films are much more like bigger. I don't know. I guess it was just
I
the
love watching Nevis trying to explain Bollywood movies. As a man who's probably seen one Bollywood movie, Toilet Ek Prem Kata.
Ekben Kata? Oh, I
Eggs
butchered
Benedict?
that. Oh, shut up, Josh.
Hey, I'm West Indian. Leave me alone, comments.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
go after this guy though.
Yeah, go after me. I'm an easy target.
So
3,000 Years
so yeah, there's
Longing.
nobody was in your theater.
Nope.
I just I always have a Wikipedia tab open whenever we talk about movies.
Oh, did you check the box office?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
okay,
know.
what do you think the box office? Or do you know it?
I was like, as the film movie was done, the credits were rolling. I was like, yeah, this probably didn't make Top Gun Maverick money. I don't know. Maybe just my thought process. I was like, this probably didn't make like 700 domestic.
No, it the budget was $60 million.
Holy.
And the box office was 9.3 million.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's
oh,
like
don't do it.
that's
Oh
like
my
a
goodness.
that's like a that's like Northman did better than that.
yeah.
Well, I hope that our video encourages others to watch this movie.
Yeah, because it came out. When did it come out? It came out.
A couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's Australia.
Yeah, this
In the United States, yeah, a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
it's you can still watch it in theaters, right?
Yeah, you can watch it right now if you wanted to. Get
Yeah.
a ticket. Guaranteed
Go
you'll
buy
find
a
a
ticket
seat.
right now. Press,
You will-
press pause and go
you-
watch it right
you will
now.
find a seat and you will enjoy this
I better
film.
see this fucking Wikipedia box office number increase right now.
Josh be like 3.9, 4 million.
Reload,
Yes!
reload, reload,
We did
reload.
We did good for the
They broke even, yes.
They broke even.
Finally.
So,
But,
the synopsis of this film,
Okay.
it starts off with Tilda Swinton plays an author. I think you said her
Yeah.
name already. And she's just doing lectures about why stories are important to people and brings up mythology. And of course, when you bring up mythology, it's like the modern equivalent is superheroes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets these visions, these various visions of, I think it was one specific figure. And then I think she passes out or she becomes unconscious. And she's like, you know what? I just need time for myself.
Mhm.
So before going to the hotel, she goes to a gift shop and finds a bottle. What was it, like a small little bottle?
Yeah, the honestly, that was my least favorite part about this movie was
Yeah.
just the narrative tool of I found it in a gift shop. That's where everybody finds everything.
Yeah.
And how often in real life have you, and me? How often have we gone to a gift shop? Don't you find shit in the thrift store? Huh?
Yeah, when you go to vacation. yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what
You're
I would
talking
do.
to a man that has not been on a vacation since he was 13.
Oh, okay. Well, usually on vacations, Josh, like even Niagara, you go to a gift shop.
I
and-
have no life.
So back to the movie.
Yeah, sorry.
Um,
Sorry for that.
my guy, you yawn so loud that, or you yawn so strong that I can see your eyes just like tearing up from the yawn. I just noticed that you're.
Yeah.
Josh,
Josh is a tired puppy, okay? Leave me alone.
Josh the puppy.
That's
Josh the puppy.
the next t-shirt.
Oi puppy.
Oh my god. Can you move on? All right, cut. Let's start over.
Oh,
Welcome
no,
to the Real Talk
no.
Podcast with Felipe Neves and Tired Puppy. Oh, hey, puppy.
You said it. Oh, I'm fucking sweating, man.
Are you crying?
Oh man, I'm tearing up too, man. You made me tear up from that.
Okay, so we were
Um,
talking about the plot. Remember we were
yeah.
talking about 3,000 Years of Longing?
Shut up. Yeah. So she gets the bottle. She goes back
Yeah.
to the hotel room
From the gift shop.
From the gift shop, and she's just getting ready, and then she's cleaning the bottle, and then out comes the genie, played by Idris Elba.
Who was, honestly, he didn't have a beard in this movie, right?
He had a goatee.
He had a goatee?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Do you want to do a bet?
No.
Yo.
I'm not a gambling man.
Yeah, I'm not gambling, man.
Hang on, hang on,
Unless
hang
I
on,
win.
Okay,
That's
keep going over.
Justin.
Keep going over the.
So the
thing.
genie's just like, I am the genie. I'm the Jin or Djinn or however you pronounce it. And he's like, I can grant you 3 wishes. And she's like, wait, what? Like, I've heard this story before. I've heard that whenever you do this, that, somebody gets fucked over. So I'm not going to do that. And he's like, you know what? I'll tell you the stories that I've gone through with other people that
Yeah.
have done wishes.
Mhm.
And he straight up just does that. He tells,
Yeah.
I think 3 stories.
Yep.
He tells 3 different stories about 3 different people that were controlling the genie and
Mhm.
telling them wishes and stuff. And each one showed their downfall
Yeah.
in different ways, of course. And that's when like Tilda Swinton heard every story and she takes it all in. And then she's like, you know what? Like, I kind of want to be with you. It seemed like something. It's a weird thing, but it's like hearing you tell these stories kind of makes me feel inspired and more like grateful and whatnot. So her first wish was that, and then I would say the second half goes in a different field than I thought it would.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. I don't know if I like it or not, but I'm
You're talking about when he was like with him not being able to survive and everything?
yeah.
Yeah.
That felt very like I did not expect it to go that direction. Did you?
No, but you know what? Something just clicked for me.
What?
Remember before we started filming how we were talking about Fairly Odd Parents?
Oh my god.
Is this why you were talking about Fairly Odd Parents? Because you kept thinking about Norm?
I'm Norm the genie. Norm McDonald.
All right, now I'm going to Canada. They've had it too easy for too long.
I've had it too. Freaking Norm
And then
McDonald
Justin Bieber was born.
Norm McDonald was in Fairy Odd Parents, and I still think about that. That was amazing.
Shiny teeth, damn me.
Shiny T. What if Norm
So-
McDonald was in this movie instead of Idris Elba?
That's his way. That's his segue for everything. That's his segue for everything. I get it. Okay, continue talking. I'm sorry, Nevis.
Why do we sound like an old married couple? Like, shut up, Josh. Like,
Including like, no, it's so cute.
let me do what I want to do. Like,
Okay, damn, sorry.
so yeah, they're
So-
together, and
He's dying.
he is
Or, like,
dying.
Is he dying or is it like he's just sick?
I think he's sick.
Yeah.
Part of him's sick, and that's when she says her other 2 wishes. Frick, I don't know what those 2 wishes were, but they impacted her in a way, and
Mhm.
that's it. Like, she doesn't see him anymore until the very last shot of it, where he comes back to see her, and they're like, yeah, like I'm free now,
Yeah.
but we can still be friends. And then she kind of has a deeper bond with not only him but her life in general. And that's really cool. I related to like Tilda Swinton's character in terms of being inspired by stories and
Yeah.
being like a create like just like it's weird. It's weird, but I kind of like the moment when she talks about how her her ex-husband was just like, I didn't connect with him because he wanted to do more stuff
Mhm.
and didn't think I showed enough emotion, when in reality my emotions came from other people's work. And I was like, damn, like I very rarely see characters go talk about that. Just
Yeah.
very honestly. But
Yeah, no, and it
this
was-
film had that range.
the dialogue in this movie, like not really like it was an eloquent way of putting things. It's just the substance.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
Do you ever see a movie like this, let alone a $60 million film that it's just 2 people talking about different stories of their lives?
No, and I fucking love that.
Yeah.
I love when characters just have a moment to just talk, and you just get a deeper view into this character that in real life doesn't exist. But
Yeah.
it's incredible. Also, back to the goatee thing. He did have a goatee, but this is the thing that struck out with me. I've never seen Idris Elba without a mustache. Like he's always either has a full goatee, a beard, or a mustache.
Did he have a mustache in the Suicide Squad?
I think he had a goatee in the Suicide Squad.
Oh, that's probably why. Okay.
But in this one, like he doesn't have a mustache. He just has the goatee.
He's also in another film, Beast. But I think he has a beard in that.
But I'm just saying, like it looks like, because I'm on the Wikipedia right now.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
I'm looking at the poster, And I'm like, that really doesn't look like Idris Elba. And I'm like, maybe it's because he doesn't have a beard in this movie.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen this man's upper lip.
Oh, fair enough. He's got like the genie ears, I guess you could say. I don't know. He got ears and goatee.
Yeah. I mean, goatee is kind of like standard wizard thing. Every
That's
wizard
fair.
has to have a goatee,
Every wizard,
unless you're Harry Potter.
unless you're Harry Potter.
But
Yeah.
Um,
Another part that I really liked was the score, the
score?
soundtrack. I
Really?
really liked it. Yeah,
They
it
really,
was Junkie XL, Tom Holkenberg.
Mhm.
He worked on a bunch of films with George Miller, most famously Mad Max Fury Road. He also worked with a filmmaker named Zack Snyder.
who's that?
I don't know. It's just some filmmaker that
Yeah.
people talk about.
Probably not gonna get any limelight,
Nah, probably not.
as you have fucking
yeah,
all of
no.
his movies over there.
I have almost all of his movies just staring at me.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways, no, I really love the score. I think the one part that stood out to me was the third story with Idris Elba talking about the woman talking about like I want more. I think she wished for more knowledge, and during the sequence where it's like no dialogue, it's just Idris Elba, talking, the voiceover and whatnot, but also just her being so like interested in life
yeah.
and just the advancement of technology and whatnot or whatever. Like I think she shows him like that illusion of the image like moving around and it's
Mhm.
like an animation or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever. I was like, damn, like the music really enhances that moment, and that's the one thing that stuck out to me. I watched this like a few days ago, but those are a few scenes. In
Oh wait,
movies.
when did you watch it?
Monday?
I watched it on Monday too.
No way.
Yeah, that was my day off.
Like this month,
Wait, no.
Labor Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, dude, like, I couldn't find any early show times for this movie. It's like the earliest show time was 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I forgot what time mine was at. I could probably find it in my email.
yeah, well,
But no,
that's
it's a
awesome.
solid movie. That's
It is a solid movie. It's not my favorite George Miller film, but what I like about him as a filmmaker is he has range. He doesn't just do one type of movie. His first film was Mad Max, which was back in the 70s,
yeah.
and he made 4 of them. But while he was doing that, he also directed Happy Feet, a 3D animated kids film. He also directed Babe, A Pig in the City.
Is that the one with That'll Do Pig, That'll Do?
I think so, yeah.
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 I didn't watch it, but like
Yeah.
talking animal movies have never been my thing.
No.
I know in my last episode I was like, I'd rather watch Air Buddies, but I really only watched them like in assembly.
Oh,
Do you guys
okay.
remember that when we were in elementary school and you'd all go to the atrium and we'd all have to sit on that hard ass floor cross
Yeah.
like and just watch Air Buddies?
Yeah, because
Just for no fucking reason.
they didn't have chairs. They couldn't even give us the gym cushions. Remember the gym? Like,
I never had. Oh, you mean on the wall?
yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
You know-
why did they do that?
Ever since elementary school, I was just thinking, they're just on the wall and we're sitting on the floor. Just give us the mats.
Why did they do that?
Because I don't know.
But no, why would they make us sit in the atrium and just watch movies for no reason? That's cool.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyways,
Waste time.
maybe they just ran out of
It's like,
fucking
we
school.
don't have any assignments.
no knowledge.
Just let them watch a movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, George Miller has great range. Like, I expected him to do another Mad Max film, and then just out of nowhere, he writes and directs this film. He's like, no, I'm doing this. And I'm like, you know what? I like that. I like when filmmakers take different chances on different things. Because, like, the thing with other filmmakers, like, a great example is Tarantino and Nolan.
Yeah.
You know what their films are going to be.
Yeah.
They don't take, like, drastic changes. Like, do you ever see Nolan making an animated film? Let's be honest. You see Christopher Nolan making, let alone a Pixar film.
Fuck no.
Nope.
No.
Do you see Tarantino making
A
a
kid's-
romantic comedy?
He could probably do it honestly, but it would
But will
probably
he?
not be. It would probably be like a black comedy romance with
That's
like
what
a
I
lot
mean.
of violence.
But will he, though?
nah,
No.
nah.
George Miller, the thing is, he hasn't directed a lot of films, but the films he has, they're all distinct in their own way.
That's true.
And I like that about, it kind of encourages this message of this film, showing like it's not just one story we're telling, it's multiple. And it builds yourself as a person from learning from these and being influenced by them. And I know I might sound like I'm being repetitive, but to me it's very important. The preservation of
Sorry.
film history. It's okay.
The
man.
Perrier's coming back.
It's okay. The ginger ale came back early on.
I like how I started off this episode giving him shit for it. And here I am.
Yeah, I know. You're like,
Yeah, let's just cut to the B cam every time I burp. Yeah.
the B cam.
Anyways,
But yeah, it's very important to like preserve not just film, not just art, but like history, everything about it.
Yeah.
Because we learn from that. We
Mhm.
learn from it, and we also become better people in taking that in and making new art, making new events in life. You know, it's very inspirational, and I'm glad this film took it in that direction
Yeah.
from this character. Because it might seem like it's small scale, but the message is very like world. It's universal.
Yeah, it's applicable to a lot of situations. yeah,
Exactly,
And that's what
yeah.
a universal message is.
I love that. I think the one issue, I guess I'll name an issue I had was I think the second half could have been paced better.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I thought the fade out, fade in moments were
Yeah.
very
And I think that just comes down to the fact that the movie, half of it is these, or like a large half of it is primarily these stories being told, and then
Right.
to switch up from those stories being told to now the actual plot of the movie is kind of jarring
yeah.
for the audience. But I mean, I can forgive it because the movie was already so good.
Yeah.
And like it got me emotional in the theater. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't cry.
What was
cry,
your
but
favorite part?
I don't know.
There's a lot of good moments.
There were. It's really hard to pick one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say that. It's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
I'd say probably the first conversation between Elba and Swinton was
Yeah.
probably like a pretty good. Like I just really enjoyed like this establishment because
It's very
I don't know,
natural.
when I watch movies. Like I remember when I was a kid, and I would like write these short stories for myself, and I'd always
Yeah.
my biggest problem with them was like, how do I introduce characters? So even in today, I'll like
Yeah.
watch a movie and I'll like take in like that's a good way to introduce characters.
Mm-hmm.
Cause and so like I was watching, I was like, that's a good way to like establish these characters and everything. Cause I would like I'd write these short stories as a kid,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, okay, I have this character. How do I introduce him to the story? This is Bob. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I just liked that. It kind of resonated with me. I have no reason for
The-
it. I have no logical reason for it. I just liked it.
I kind of relate to that struggle of writing when I was a kid too. Not from introduction to characters, but more just like, yeah, how do I end this now? And I'm like,
That's true.
They all woke up and it was all a dream.
Oh my god.
And
And
my-
Harry woke up and he was under the staircase again.
And my 5-year-old mind was just like, I'm a genius. I'm like
I remember-
Shakespeare.
I
I'm
remember-
writing fire, man.
I remember in the third grade we had to like write short stories,
Yeah.
and I remember I thought I was like fucking next level when I was like the end ... question mark.
The end. Or is it?
I also never understood the concept of paragraphs.
Oh, paragraphs.
So like my
Yeah.
stories would literally just be one gigantic long thing.
Yeah.
And I remember I handed it in and I got like a C on it. And it's like paragraphs question mark. And I just remember thinking like, what the fuck is a paragraph?
Yeah.
I had no idea about the enter and then the sentence and everything. I was just like, what do I
It's like, Josh, you just wrote me a
You
7-page
just kept
paragraph.
writing. yeah.
You
That's
would-
literally what I would do. I'd literally write like a 3-page paragraph.
Yeah.
And enter, the end, ... question mark.
Man, writing's hard.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it.
I
mean,
I
I-
do it to suffer.
I mean, I sometimes write poetry, but like that's just for me.
It's like poetry, it rhymes, Josh. That's a famous quote from
Yeah.
a filmmaker. Yeah, I think my favorite moment from this movie was the moment where, and it almost got me. I was like, damn, like the way it was told was the third story. I think the third story was my favorite, even though I
Probably.
love the other two.
And it actually kind of like reminds me of like, remember in English class, the teacher would always be like, make sure the third body paragraph is the best.
Damn, yeah, I got that,
That
too.
that third fucking story was
Yeah,
That one was
the way it ended too, where she's like, I wish I never knew you and stuff, and then boom, like just complete regret. I'm like, damn.
that was the one that
that
was the line that got me.
That kind of got me too, because it's just like all the other stories, like even like what was it, the woman where she just wished him to be in the back in the bottle and stuff like that. That
Yeah.
to me was like, oh wow, that sucks. Or this moment,
Yeah.
you know, like oh that sucked. But that was the one moment that I was like, oh shit, like yeah, being a genie kind of sucks, you know, being trapped in a bottle. The way he described it too. Remember how she was like, so what's it like being in a bottle for 2,000 years? Like, I pray to all the gods,
Yeah.
and then I forget, and then I go insane. Then I pray to stay in the bottle. Then I rinse and repeat. I'm like, oh, damn, that's damn. I can't relate. Imagine like praying to. I saw it too. Don't. worry.
Yeah, no, I just like blanked out for a second.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like the end of that third story is like that's how I knew I really liked this movie. That's gonna be like it's definitely one of my top 10 movies I watched this year.
And it also kind of impacted in terms of why these stories are told. It's just like, well, then what happened after that? It's like, I don't know. I was trapped in the bottle.
Yeah.
We don't know where she's at now. We don't know where the king's at now. We don't know where any of these people at now. Like, no, you hear stories from them, but it's just like, yeah, you didn't see it visually. It's just that's what he saw,
Yeah.
and that's how it ends. Stories got to end at some point, and that's what I find.
I'm getting
very-
emotional just thinking about it, man.
Yeah, sorry,
Fuck.
sorry, I had to go depression era, but like
No, man, it's okay.
that's the both the beauty and the tragedy of stories is like you kind of have to end it at some point. Like what I said about Tilda Swinton's character, I related to. It's like I do a lot more than I thought I would, and the way it ends, it's just like part of me wants to see more of their story, but another
Yeah.
part's just like, well, that defeats the purpose of their message.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn,
But no, it was a
love
great movie.
love George Miller, man.
Yeah.
He
No,
really hit
honestly,
it out of the park. I'm glad to see a movie from him in theaters. I never
Yeah.
got to see Mad Max Fury Road in
Really?
theaters. I was like 15.
True.
I got to see it on at home, but still.
Yeah. I was never really big into Mad Max. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
it's like, I know that you really want to do a Mad Max episode.
Oh,
so it's
yeah,
like,
man.
I have to watch the other ones, but I was like, I'm just gonna watch Fury Road in
You
this.
didn't like you weren't interested in Mad Max. You hated Happy Feet. This is probably like the only George Miller film you're gonna
Yeah.
watch from it.
Well, no, I like Tom Hardy.
Okay,
I like Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It
Well,
is what it is.
the movie was great.
The
and
movie was great.
Hope
honestly.
more people see it, even
Absolutely.
if it's not theaters. I hope you at least rent it, stream it, like
Rate it.
rate it. Probably a 6 or 7 out of 10. I
Yeah.
still want to watch it again.
6.5 for me.
6.5. There you
But
go.
that third story,
really good.
tens across the board.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Loved it.
That one reminded me of when I watched Swan Song. Like I remember watching Swan Song and I was on my bed like when the movie ended and I was like tears just pouring out
I
of
still
my
gotta
face.
watch it, but you know, I'm Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
you know,
Niagara Falls of Tears, super tears,
Gotta
man.
gotta
is
pick a
what I
time for
was.
that one.
But
Yeah.
no, I really like this movie and I'm glad you put it on to me. So that's why
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Hey, we like movies. We try to watch something that's different, and that's
Yeah.
not like the same shit.
We should watch something more exciting next time because I feel like these first two episodes have been a little bit too like introspective.
Yeah,
We need to be able to get a little wacky because that's not what this. You know, we
a
like
little
to
bit
get wacky
quirky,
too.
a little wacky, quirky.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Feel free to leave like a subscribe.
What did you think of 3,000 Years of Longing?
Yeah, did
if
you
you have
watch it?
seen it, and if you haven't, we
Are you
highly
going to
recommend
watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you going to? Let us know in the comments. Did we persuade you otherwise? Other than that, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. Check out our Instagram for our shorter clips, and check out our Patreon if you want to support the channel.
Yeah.
And with all that being said, we will talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace out.
Bye.